Hey everybody, let's talk about the padding on the K9 HELM model CS-1. The CS-1 has a very simple set of pads that help you get a good fit. The first thing that you're going to have to figure out is the side-to-side fit. And there are two locations, left side and right side, where you can attach pads. Let's look at the pads. There are three different thicknesses: 6mm, 9mm, and 12mm. You get a set of two of each of these pads. Those pads get attached to the interior metal mounting plate on the interior left and right side. If you can see it, there is a Velcro-like surface bonded to the aluminum plate. Let's take the thickest set of pads and stick them down. And then over to the other side, again using the same thickness, the 12mm. You've now set up for the smallest possible fit. The helmet will flex if you find that you're wanting a tighter fit, but your dog's head is bigger. Don't be afraid to use the thickest set of pads. They're pretty spongy, and getting a good fit from side to side is very important. That's about all that you need to do. The neck collar is responsible for much of the adjustment to get the CS-1 to fit on your dog correctly. But you'll notice when you open the box and go through what's inside that there is a 5-pack of adhesive-backed peel and stick pads. So let's talk about how these are used, because these can be a little bit tricky. They have a very aggressive backing. Let me see if I can show this to you. The adhesive is very sticky. Once it touches another piece of foam, it's not coming off. And the place you put these is on the nose bridge or the very side of the goggle frame, in case you need a little bit snugger of a fit, or if you desire more padding above the nose. It's very difficult to install something sticky onto something that's curved, and especially if you don't feel comfortable about possibly messing up the foam, the best thing to do is remove it from the helmet first. Start on one side and go very slow. The Velcro is incredibly strong, and you can damage a foam pad if you just try to tear it out. So let's move down to the table here. This is a lot easier to see, and it's a lot easier to do. So what I always recommend is before you peel that backing off, just hold your pad down where you want it. Get an idea of where you want this thing to sit. Once you do that, you can go for it and peel off the entire backing. But I recommend, out of caution, just peel back a little bit of the backing, not much, and fold it. Okay? What that allows you to do is position the pad so that you feel real good about where it's going to go, but it's not sticking, you see? Then with one finger, hold it in place. With the other finger, get that sticky end down. Now you can bend it up, pull off the backing, and there you go. Now you've doubled the thickness of the padding over the nose. And if you want more snug fit on the side, you can do the same thing on the sides of the goggle frame. In fact, if you have, for example, an adolescent dog or a female with a very lean and narrow face, you can even double up. The helmet does come with a 5-pack, so you do have the ability of putting one up front and 2 on either side. But in most cases, if you have an average size Belgian Malinois, this is optional. This is something you have to figure out as you play around with your fit. Now the best part is putting this foam back in is a lot easier than you would think. And the procedure is like this. Pinch the 2 ends together with the fuzzy backing facing outward. Grab your helmet, and you notice that you've got a matching shape that you can line up. It doesn't have to be perfect. The dog's not going to care. But you just push it in there, give it a squeeze with your thumb, and then moving down one side, just press it in place. Then moving down the other side, press that portion of the foam in place, and you have just upgraded the fit of your helmet for your dog. The only other thing noteworthy about the padding is the head pad up on top. This can be peeled off and removed anytime you need to access the screws that hold on the Picatinny rail. Unlike the previous helmet, which had a huge piece of foam in this location, again, this is pretty easy. You just line it up with the tail section on the inside of the helmet, backed by these 2 fasteners. Line it down on the front with the 2 center vent holes, and just give it a push. This was designed to be as easy as possible, and with as few large pieces of foam that may be difficult for some people to manipulate. And that's your padding system. Thank you.